Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'll be jamming to my own song. Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. We are live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, but we're also live behind the scenes with our TikTok fam as well. We are also live on Twitch and Twitter at The Kempire. We're live on The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. You can watch from any of those places. TikTok, if you want to see me, especially what we're showing you in front of you, head on over to one of those other places. TikTok, you guys get the behind the scenes when we're live on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, it is a subscribers only live chat. Shout out to everyone that's watching. Don't forget to drop your crowns, your elephants, and your location in the live chat, okay? Nati, happy birthday. And what the good tea. Happy birthday to anyone that's celebrating a birthday. We appreciate you all being here. And you know I have to have the scammer up here. I know some people probably just signed on and were like, what the hell? You probably were like, what the hell? What the hell was that? Well, HU Angel, thank you for becoming a member, guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, you don't have to. But if you'd like to become a member of the channel and help us keep the lights on here at the Kempire studio, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. Or if you're watching from your computer, just click the join button. If you're watching from YouTube on your computer, click the join button. We appreciate all of our members. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of it, for all that you guys do to help us, keep this place going. You know what I mean? Don't forget, though. Don't forget, tomorrow's Real Housewives of Atlanta recap will be members only live chat. You'll still be able to watch. You'll still be able to watch and kiki and laugh, but you won't be able to chat with our other members of the channel. So tomorrow's Real Housewives of Atlanta live chat will be members only. We do that at least once a month. Just stay tuned for that. We will be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine's season 9 premiere tonight together on TikTok, right? TikTok, we got a date tonight, right? Date tonight on TikTok for the premiere of Married to Medicine. And of course, we'll be watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta, a super episode, blah, blah, blah. It's about an hour and 15-minute episode. Okay, not including commercials. So that will be on tonight. So stay tuned for that. But let's talk about Love and Marriage DC. As you know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is on break until, I believe, September 10th. Okay? But the shade of it all. Oh, thank you, Elephant Brain. I literally took this note from yesterday and I literally remembered now. What in the shadiness was OWN doing yesterday? So OWN posted this, I believe, on Friday. Okay, on Friday or some point, just the other day. So they said this, ladies. Okay, I guess they're excluding us, whatever. Ladies, if there was another season of The Nightcap with Carlos King, who would we want to see? Drop suggestions now. First of all, before we even get into who you guys think that they should bring on Nightcap with Carlos King, first of all, if you go look at the comment section, I implore you, this was on the community tab of OWN. The shade is real. The shade is real in the comment section. But it's the ladies, if there was another season of The Nightcap with Carlos King, that sent me. If. Look, in reality, not reality TV, but in reality, yes, we don't know if these shows are going to get renewed. We don't know if Love and Marriage DC is going to get renewed. We don't know if The Nightcap with Carlos King is going to get renewed, but it was just the shadiness of it all. If there was another season of The Nightcap with Carlos King, who would you want to see? We've talked about The Nightcap with Carlos King. There were some high moments, there were some low moments, but there was a lot of yelling. And we were like, please stop. But maybe in the second season, he'll stop. Okay, I interviewed Carlos years ago. He's not going to stop. Not going to stop. But who would you guys want to see? Honestly? Because I'm so not invested in the show, I don't care. Because very much like Watch What Happens Live, it became a show just about, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, with a sprinkling of other people that would come on. I really don't need to, I'm not that invested in Love and Marriage as a franchise to really be interested in them coming on a nighttime show. Me personally, you might be. So go ahead, go on over to Owns Community tab and say who you want to see on there. Since we're talking about OWN, before we get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, I just want to say and send my condolences to Oprah Winfrey. Her father, Vernon Winfrey, passed away at the age, I believe, 89 years old. This comes a week after they celebrated his life and who he is while he was still with us. So it makes me believe that they knew it was coming. I don't know. Can you imagine if they didn't? But I think that was so amazing because so often we celebrate people's lives after they've gone. But Oprah was, this is Oprah though. Oprah's just setting a standard always. And I know more and more people are going to start to do this. He's like, you know what? She's right. We should celebrate his life right now. Let me just take a look at what Oprah said on her Instagram about her dad. And if you followed Oprah's career as long as I've followed Oprah's career, then you know her relationship with her parents is not your typical relationship with parents. It's not this warm and fuzzy feeling. Her father was a disciplinarian. Her mom, she didn't have a closeness with. But she talked about the greater purpose of why she came here and why she had the parents that she had. But she says this with a picture of her father and video footage from their celebration of Vernon Winfrey. She says on her Instagram, hold on, let me just share my screen because I think you guys want to see what I'm showing you. I'm not going to play the music just because I don't know, YouTube can be funny. YouTube can be funny. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Share screen. There we go. All right. Okay. So Oprah said, first of all, I had over 1.1 million likes. All right. So Oprah says, less than a week ago, we honored my father in his own backyard. My friend and gospel singer, Winfrey Phipps, saluted him with song. He felt the love and reveled in it until he could no longer speak. Yesterday, with family surrounding his bedside, I had the sacred honor of witnessing the man responsible for my life take his last breath. We could feel peace enter the room at his passing. That peace still abides. All is well. Thank you for your prayers and good thoughts. I think that was such a beautiful thing for her to be able to do because, so often people don't have that opportunity to celebrate, the people that they love while they're still here. So the fact that they were able to do that, I think that was beautiful. Our condolences to Oprah and her entire family for this loss. I can only imagine this is her last parent here on earth. She's lost her mother not too long ago. She lost someone she considered her mother in Dr. Maya Angelou not too long ago, and now her dad. So we send our prayers to her. Okay. All right. Now let's get shady. Sorry. There's no transition. Okay. What can I do? I can just say move on. All right. Ebony says, oh, I just love Oprah. She's always so poetic and on purpose, without a doubt. Jesus says, my mom would always say her wish was for her to be with the remaining sisters and she die happy. It happened in the same night she felt sick and died the next day. Don't want to bring it down. Oh, Jesus, thank you for sharing though. Wow. Okay. All right. There's no transition. I can't. We'll move on. We will move on. We'll move on. All right. Okay. Back to this. Wait, hold on. Derby Diva says, oh my OMG. So we're going to take Carlos down after one season. I didn't say it. I'm just saying they said if it returns. Maybe they're not too sure either. let's move on. Just saying. All right, let's get into Love and Marriage DC. Now that you guys brought the mood down. So Love and Marriage DC, the couples head on over to Monique's infamous lake house. We've been to the lake house before, and here we are. All right. Hold on, wait a second. Monique says Jamie keeps doing interviews trashing the show. I don't know what the future holds. Trashing Love and Marriage DC? I mean, word on the street, he said that I'm a hater. And I said, I've been called worse by better. Thank you, Ivy. We'll talk about them in a second. We will talk about them in a second, guys. So this episode is called Of Love and Marriage DC. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the new spinoff from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, which won't be returning until the fall. This one is in DC. The Winter Swindler is what this episode is called. The Winter Swindler. So the group heads on over to Monique's lake house. But before we get there, we call Accessoride. What in the lap of own budget, Carlos King? What in the low budget Accessoride was that? We would have been better off in someone's beautiful car. I saw that immediately and I was like, wait, maybe someone's getting dropped off. We're not getting in that to head to the lake house, right? And it gets worse. When we get inside, I said, what in the, is that supposed to be a pole or something for us to hold on to, you know, for the bumps? Even inside looked a mess. Come on, Carlos. Even I, who doesn't have the budget, could at least charter a rental Sprinter. Oh my God. Anyone else thought that? Oh, okay. Oh, I wasn't the only one. Just because I was shocked too. The first thing that popped in my mind was Accessoride. And then I thought to myself, damn, it's on time. And if you know, you know. What in the... Hold on. I missed a couple of super chats. Let me just say thank you before I lose all the super chats. And thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. And sent another one. Hold on. Let me just go back down. And thank you so much for super chat. She says, happy Sunday, just passing through on the way to Pilates. Okay. I did a little workout this morning too. I said, let me make sure I fit in a workout on this Sunday. Ellen, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me shimmy. We had 1, 2, now 3. Thank you. Ouch. Ellen says, Kempire hating on the bully detective red light special. The bullying detective red light special. I felt like, didn't we drop the tea that he was a police officer months ago before the show even started? I thought we did. And at word on the street, he's retiring. Okay. Anyways, Julie says it was a poll. I don't know what that was. All I know, that was the first thing. I made sure I put that in my notes because I didn't expect them to come out of their nice, beautiful cars to go into this Accessoride van and head on to the lake house. I just was, wondering. Anyways, we'll move on. So while they're in the Accessoride, they're all having conversations about the trip and winter coming because they were surprised. Monique dropped that on them as a surprise. Oh, she's going to come up with the sex therapist. She's not going to stay the night. And I just felt like, I should invite her since she told me who the sex therapist was. Whatever. We needed Winter to come up there. Okay. Winter and Ashley, for me, have been carrying this season on their backs. Their backs would probably need a massage. Honestly. Next week is the season finale, y'all. And honestly, I'm... High Five says it. That wasn't even a prom band, right? I just feel like there's so many options within everyone's budget. Why did they do us like this? I know you have to put cameras and things like that in it. It just looked like, personally, if I was them, I wouldn't have gotten in it because I was like, is this the killer? Okay. So they're all talking about Winter and Kevin because, last week, Chris dropped the bomb that the Winter Swindler, Kevin, was going to make an appearance at this event. Okay, this man. We've been looking at this picture the entire season, and finally we get the moment when the Winter Swindler comes. I don't want to call him the Winter Swindler because I feel like Winter is a swindler herself. in her own way, not the same. Okay, we'll get to Winter in just a second. This ebook keeps coming up, and I'm still unsure what this ebook even is. Did she write it? And then she's like, no, it was transcribed. It was a free ebook. I'm like, why are we talking about an ebook? And why does it have any relevancy to what's going on? It's why is it relevant? Maybe when you guys call in, you can let me know why this ebook was relevant. She said she didn't write it. However, it was transcribed from her master class. But then technically, isn't it your words? So technically you did write it? Not a broke down El DeBarge. Isn't El DeBarge a broke? Damn. I do love the music, though. I do love the music. Jola says they're both questionable, in my opinion. I agree. Like, I'm not fully like, oh, here comes Winter. I mean, he's not much of, of anything, but I strongly believe you attract what you are. Julia says, can we buy the ebook? It's free. Just saying. Tracy, hey Tracy. Tracy says Winter singing and playing musical chairs, and Kevin with the briefcase of lies. I thought, okay, we'll get there. We'll get there in a second because I don't want to jump ahead because I have thoughts on that situation too. So they're talking about this in the assessor ride of what's happening with Winter and Kevin, and I'll move on. Monique says while they're in the assessor ride, Monique says that Kevin in one text message will say one thing that he didn't receive, he wasn't served, but in the same text message will say that, oh, I was served. Honestly, based on how Kevin was trying to prove himself this episode, I believe her. I believe Monique that he is maybe not a good scammer, right? Because like you think that a good scammer would be a little bit better with that, right? I agree, Ebony. But just saying. Vanessa says he's trying to use that ebook like a Bible. He had I wish they would have panned down. Cameraman, you are not doing your job. You should have panned down. We should have gotten a clear shot of all of his paperwork and the briefcase. We should have gotten a clear shot of it. Why didn't we get a clear shot unless I missed it? I mean, I saw the paperwork, but I needed a clear shot of all the paperwork. Anyways, they arrive at the lake house, the infamous lake house where T'Challa attacked Dr. Wendy. Memories in the corners of my mind. Muddy colored memories. Sorry. I mean, they're singing this episode. Why can't I sing? I'm professionally trained. Just saying. All right. So Monique has everyone come in. Monique has multiple houses. I just don't love Monique's aesthetic. Like, that lake house needs to be upgraded. I was hoping for the show that house would have been upgraded. It's a nice house, but it's kind of old feeling to me. Anyone else? It's just a little old feeling to me. Like, it's just like, I mean, yeah, she has multiple properties, but I also don't love her home in Potomac. I felt like all that stone, and I don't. It feels like a cabin. Like, where are we, in Potomac? Or are we in the woods? But that's just me. That's my aesthetic. No offense. Good for you, girl. Oh, that's he says. I agree. All right. Sometimes I have to say these things because there's really nothing else to talk about in the episode. Just saying. There's not a lot to talk about in the episode, okay? And thank God for Ashley. We'll get back there. So Monique has a few goodies for the couples. And those goodies include, and mind you, it wasn't even a big thing of stuff, but the fun size. I wanted a Snickers after that. I was like, damn it, I wish I had a Snickers for the live today. I love a Snickers. The fun size to make fun of DJ Fun Size, DJ Quick. So she was like, oh, I have some fun size Snickers. I have a red light flashlight in honor of Jamie. And she had a ball gag for herself because Chris told her to shush. Are these the memories from this entire season? Cause I could have did without that scene. I just like, okay, DJ Fun Size was cute. Now you're killing it. Now you're killing it. I thought that was a non-factor, but whatever. We'll move on. So Winter Williams. She still goes by Winter Williams. That's her married name to the scammer, Kevin Williams. Why is she still going by that? Is she still married? I believe she says she's divorced now, finally. So Winter arrives with the sex therapist. Let's talk about what the sex therapist, because all the couples talk about their sex lives and what might need some work. First of all, Ashley, I don't know why. I mean, look, everyone has a right to not like people that they don't like. But I told you, for me, Ashley made the season. She, for me, was the star. She gave us so many comedy moments. It makes me wonder what she would have been like on Real Housewives of Potomac. You know what I mean? Can you imagine her on the Real Housewives of Potomac? Who knows what that would have been like? But the way that she, first of all, the couples, they joke about the whole fun size thing and about what Winter had to say. They all kept on bringing it up, and Winter's just like, for me though, look, I got you craving a Snicker just simply. Look, I might have to get one later. Oh wait, not just as I love Monique, but the gift bag just didn't pack the laughs she thought it was gonna garner. She thinks she's a lot funnier and charming than she really is, to be honest. The Southern Girl Cook says, Monique is really starting to bother me. Well, next week, buckle up. We'll talk about it. So the couples are talking to the sex therapist and they're talking about their own issues. And as you know, DJ Quick's, storyline this season has always been about he's working too much and he's almost working himself into a health issue. And he does have a health issue. He has gout. And Ashley finds every moment to bring it up. Gout just sounds so nasty to me. So every time she says it, I'm like, damn, girl, you got to throw his business out there in the streets. So him being tired, she's like, he's old and he has gout. She made me laugh a few times in this episode. But for me, it's all about Ashley for Love and Marriage DC, really, because I can't even say any of the other. I mean, I don't mind Arena. I feel like Arena's the perfect color of beige, meaning that she doesn't bring a lot, but she doesn't annoy me. You know what I mean? Just saying. All right. So the couples are talking about their issues. So Ashley and DJ Quick's issue is the fact that he's tired. he doesn't have the time and he's too tired to have sex. Okay. Arena and Jamie's issue is that she doesn't want to suck his you know what. This is too early for this conversation. This is not Kempire After Dark. Okay? But, and this is my problem with Arena and Jamie. It's because, and I warned them. Look, I warned them before they even started filming. I said, come on. You got, not HIPAA. Who brought up HIPAA? I know. I mean, he signed off his HIPAA rights by bringing the gout on the show. Just saying. He had to sign off on that. Literally had to sign off with the doctor's office that he would be able to share. They would be able to share his diagnosis on television. So there is no HIPAA involved here. Arena and Jamie, and they're saying that their issues like she doesn't want to suck it, and he's like she's like, I want more romance, I want more foreplay. Well, word on the street, look, y'all didn't tell y'all business. Word on the street, she's just not that into Jamie. And maybe she doesn't want to suck it because of. All right. Robin says it best. She says, Arena and Jamie are a fraudulent presenting couple, and everyone can see it. The intuitive healer could see it. We could see it. We saw it from the jump. And look, we get it. You're on television. You do want to present a certain persona, but the persona is just so fake, and it's so funny. Fake and funny. Fake and phony. There we go. So their issue right now is that, oh, she doesn't want to suck it, and she wants to make us believe the reason why she doesn't want to suck it. Damn, this is Sunday. This is the Lord's Day. See, Graciela says, even the dry ass TikTok is fake. I don't believe the reason why she doesn't want to go down on her husband is because he's not will. He just wants to wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And I believe couples really do have those issues where, you know, guys are just more like, let's get it done. And a woman wants their mind to be stimulated. You get me? But word on the street, that's not their real issue. That's not their real issue. They kind of gave us a sign of what the real issue was early on, like episode 1 or 2. That's not her type. Julie says she's sick of the act. Marva says, Winter annoys me. I'm glad when Ashley rips her a new one. Ashley is a mean girl. Damn, all in the same breath, you're like, I don't, but I don't like Ashley either. Damn. All right. So that's Arena and Jamie's issue. Honestly, Jamie and Arena, if you're not going to show up and give us your real selves, and I'm not saying you need to give us all your business, but everything you're giving us is so fake that we can't even connect with you. And we think a lot of people are connecting a little bit more with Arena because I feel like Arena's giving us a little bit more than Jamie's giving us. Anyways. So we move on. Let's move on. Tasha. We haven't gotten really much of anything from Tasha. Some of you might be like, who's Tasha? Tasha is the one who was that did Monique's hair when she was on Real Housewives of Potomac. That one. She says her issue in her marriage is that she doesn't want to have sex because she doesn't want to get pregnant, and he's refusing to get a vasectomy. Someone that knows in the live chat, what's more invasive, a vasectomy or getting your tubes tied? I'm assuming your tubes tied. I don't know what entails a vasectomy. And I see a lot of men don't want to get it, as if I don't know. I hear vasectomies are reversible. Are tubes tied? Can tubes be untied? Can you untie a tube? And what's the likelihood? Okay. See, Christian was like, Tasha, who? Naomi says, what about a condom? Is this Kempire After Dark? I can't. Okay, tubes are, I assumed, but I don't like to assume too much. Mickey says, and a vasectomy can be reversed. I know some people are like, who's Tasha? Well, that's their issue, and that's okay. We'll move on. Okay, y'all don't care. Sorry, Tasha, they don't care. It's not my fault. I just I want to focus on what people care about. Okay. All right. So Monique, let's move on to Monique. So Chris, okay, Monique says that she feels like her and Chris's sex life is a very selfish one. So whoever gets off first, damn, what are we talking about on this Sunday? Whoever gets off first, then they're done. Okay, so that's their issue in their sex life. And then Chris tells a story about how he sort of learned from videos about sex, and that's part of the reason why he's sort of like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay. But then they recall Valentine's Day, and they must have had a fantastic Valentine's Day. I just don't really care. Like, I really just don't care about their sex life like that. But even when Chris is trying to talk about Valentine's Day in their confessional, and he's like, I still don't know what happened in Valentine's Day or what Chris said, because Monique is too busy trying to for the camera. She's like, oh, and Chris is trying. I'm like, what happened on I mean, I get it. I know what happened on Valentine's Day, but I'm just like, right? Like, did you guys hear what happened on Valentine's Day? All I heard was Monique and Valentine's. And are you trying to launch the music career again? Because I didn't need that. Monique, let him have a moment. Let him speak. So apparently Monique and Chris had a very good Valentine's Day. But next week is not going to be so good for them. They've had a lot of issues from episode 1 to now. We've seen more of their issues than them being a happy, loving couple. And I'm sure that's going to be brought up during the reunion. How long do you guys think this reunion should be? Part of me is like, if you do it well enough, it only needs to be 1. At the most 2. Definitely not 3. We do not need a 3-part reunion for this season of Love and Marriage DC. Jola says 1. Robin says 1 and done. Not done. You don't mean done. Right? Not done. Do you guys want to see this season, another season of Love and Marriage DC? I saw in the Discord, Danielle posted that, DC, especially for Black folks, there's a lot of Black folks with money in DC. Or not even just DC, in the DMV area. Naturally, Paige says 1, 2 tops. Exactly. That's how I feel. Not 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes. 1 episode, 30 minutes. Come on. Monique is going to need at least 30 minutes from episode 1 because she loves to talk. Just saying. Julian says, no, they need 1. Ebony says, I guess we could see another season. I guess. Y'all are so shady. Gabriella, thank you so much for the super chat. Gabrielle says, sing Kempire. We love your voice. Thank you so much. Hi Vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy. The way Winter explained how she met Kevin, it makes some sense. He pulled a Jesus hustle on a woman who's a churchgoer. She thought God sent him. Not God sent him. I mean, some of y'all have been hustled by men that send you a scripture, and y'all like, oh my God, he believes in God. Seriously though, thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy. The house and the van were giving Homewood Suite vibes. I've never been to Homewood, but they have 4 more houses than I have. Laughing out loud. Winter seemed really silly and immature. Okay, at least I'm not the only one. We'll get to Winter and her moment. Valerie, thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy. Your face when you said this is the Lord's Day. I don't even know what face I gave you. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Thank you, Valerie, for the super chat. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. We're talking about Love and Marriage DC. Next week is going to be the season finale. And I'm assuming the reunion will follow suit. And then maybe we'll have a little bit of a break. But I know Bell Collective starts July 29th. The day that Beyonce's album comes out. How dare they? Nobody's going to be watching TV that day. They're going to be listening to Beyonce's new album, Renaissance. Now I need to look up. Okay. Y'all know what we do here. Let me look up Homewood Suites because I have no idea what that is. Not Homewood Suite. Hold on. Let me see if I can find images. Mm-mm. I mean, they look like motels. Okay. Not Homewood. Oh, they're from the Hiltons. Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie says, I only watch the show to watch your commentary. Some people don't even do that much. They just watch my video recap. All right. Let me get back into this. So the couples are at Monique's lake house. They're meeting with the sex therapist, and she's going through the different toys that they have to blur out that we can't even see. Um, Winter then apologizes to the ladies for the things that she said. And she says, seeing you guys talk about your relationships makes me, view them differently. Not that you needed to view their relationships differently, because you really shouldn't be talking about the relationships because you don't really know them. But we appreciate you for at least creating some sort of drama for the season. And she also says that she didn't mean to make fun of their husbands. And I was like, and Ashley says it too. She's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And she felt like Winter's apology was generic. She felt like it was fake. She felt like it was lackluster. She felt like it was vague. I mean, I think anything that comes out of Winter's mouth, it always comes across that way. That's why I always say she has a little bit of a scammer, used car salesman vibe to her. Just me personally, that's how I view it. She might be a lovely woman, but I just get that sort of vibe. All right. But we needed her for the season. Don't get me wrong. Naomi says, I literally just watch your reviews and I always rate it a 1 because Monique's nasty narcissistic ass on there. Damn. That girl Nate says, I'm those people. Only watch your recap. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all keeping the lights on here at the studio. We appreciate it. I only recap it because you guys want me to recap it, because technically I probably wouldn't. It's not one of my favorite shows to recap. Speaking of my favorite shows to recap, College Hill College Hill Celebrity Edition released another episode 4. So I might go live a little bit later, y'all, if I have time. If not, we'll do it one day this week, or maybe we'll do if they release another episode during the week. All right. Exactly, Country. Thank you for reminding us. She's scam adjacent. I get that vibe. I don't know what it is. And don't be surprised if we hear something. Oh, see, Paige agrees. Paige says, I absolutely agree. Never trusted Winter. Even after this episode, and I get it why people feel differently of Winter this episode, because you have a bigger scammer among us. Okay, we have a bigger scammer among us. I never changed his name. It's still listed as scammer. We have a bigger scammer among us, so she looks better. All right. So Winter and Arena have their own side conversation. I don't care. Arena, we know that was a pre-produced moment for you to have beef with Winter. We don't care. So they make up. But Ashley's not here for it. Ashley's like, she calls her out because before, during the apology in her confessional, she's like, that was a vague, lackluster apology. But when they sit down, she says to Winter, I don't feel like that was a real apology. So Winter and Ashley kind of go back and forth again. They've been going back and forth this entire season, but I'm very much like Ashley in if I give you an opportunity and you ruin that opportunity for us to actually have a friendship, yeah, we can be associates, but we can never be friends. And that's basically what she says. We're friendly. We're not friends. Because she really was open to Winter at once they had the sit down and they had the conversation, and she thought it was done. And then she found out later from Monique, who was stirring the pot, that she was talking about her husband, calling him fun size. But I love the fact that DJ Quick was like, I don't care. You can call me fun size. I know what's big and what's important. It really be the small ones, though. Y'all better stop sleeping on the small ones, thinking that everything is small. Guys, don't forget to show love to our moderators that are here with us on a Sunday afternoon when they could be enjoying their Sunday afternoon. So be sure to say hello and thank you to our moderators. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Corp members. Guys, if you'd like to become a member, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. And don't forget to get your coldest water bottle. Shout out to everyone I just can't believe that people are still buying at this point, but our community continues to grow. Get your coldest water bottle, but they don't just have water bottles. They have ice packs. I just ordered myself an ice pack the other day. They have coolers. It's the summertime, y'all. Oh, you need a cooler, and the cooler that actually cools and keeps and looks nice. And they have bowls for your pets. They have all kinds of things. Pillows, keep you nice and cool at night. Head on over to coldest.com. And of course, use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. And thank you for supporting the channel. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me get back to this. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me just say thank you. Sorry, y'all. Had a cough. Hunty, thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy! Hunty says, never watch the show either, just your recaps, because the show, blah. They should just air your recap. Thank you, Hunty. Damn. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Not Kemp 30. It's Kemp 10. Did I say Kemp 30? Oh, I wish it was 30. Let me go talk to them. Maybe we can get you a special, y'all. All right. So Kevin arrives. Before we get to Kevin, so the back and forth between Ashley and Winter, again, this is why I can't rock with Winter, because she's literally, Ashley points out that you are the one who brought up your husband. We would have never brought up your husband if you didn't bring up your husband. And that's what part I had to agree with her. None of the ladies were bringing up your husband. You brought up your husband and told all of us how he scammed you. So the scammer arrives. And in the assessor ride, Chris, one moment says, oh, I invited Kevin, not realizing that Winter might come. Excuse me, y'all. However, he then says, I also wanted Kevin to clear his name because, as you know, and Chris is friends with Kevin, they've been talking about Kevin this entire season, calling him a scammer. So, Chris wanted to give him an opportunity to clear his name, meaning screen time. Honestly, it's hard. Basically, he stole money from the company that he was working for. I don't know the ins and out of his case. I'm not that invested to even care. Basically, he scammed money from his company. IB says, hold on. IB says, Kevin was looking scammerlicious with all that paperwork. DJ Quick was like, I believe him. I'm Team Kevin. When he was in the assessor ride, then Kevin shows up with all the paperwork, and Winter's like, oh, here he go, and she's still waiting for him to sign the divorce papers. He's refusing to sign the divorce papers at this point. I believe they're divorced. Okay. Haley says Kevin needed to organize what he was going to say and not just have the papers, and that's why people found it hard to believe him. Ashley was like, oh, you know what? I got to rock with Winter on this one because you're not convincing me. And at one point he tries to shush Ashley because Ashley's like, can you just give us a clear answer on this relationship? Because he brings out the ebook and I'm like, what does the ebook have to do with anything? I hope when you guys call and you're able to explain to me what the ebook has to do with him not signing the divorce papers and why she decided to divorce him. Just my thought. Linda says, why hasn't he signed the papers? Because he's still in love with her. You saw how the couples reacting. You saw his face when he walked in. He still loves him some Winter. I mean, I don't blame him. She's a cute girl. She's smart. She's a fellow scammer. Allegedly. I'm joking. I'm joking, Winter. Calm down. Scammer adjacent. So he comes in and she's automatically triggered. Okay. And he's pulling out papers and everything. And then I don't even remember where it goes because it goes left very quickly because he tries to sit next to her, maybe to shut her up because she's speaking. Oh, they're speaking over each other. I wish she would have given him an opportunity just to say what he wanted to say, because I think he would have, at least for all of us, made it very clear that, yeah, you're a liar. We can't believe you. But she wouldn't let him speak. So it just kind of was like, girl, let him speak so he can just plead his case. Okay. And then you can respond. But she was just like, and then she didn't want to sit next to him when he tried to sit next to her. She was like, oh. I mean, I don't blame her. When you're accused of what he's being accused of, I wouldn't want him to sit next to me. I wouldn't want him in my house. And she also says that he moved out and moved back to his mama's basement because he didn't want to answer her questions. I mean, this is not looking good for Kevin. Damn. So he's trying to explain his side of it, and then all of a sudden it turns into a song. It turns into a song. I don't remember the words, but somehow I feel like Winter plotted and planned that song. Because here's the thing. You can come up with a song. You can come up with a song in the moment, but to remember that song, I don't know how many minutes later, hours later, when she goes upstairs and she's reciting the song to the ladies, I was like, girl, you planned this as a moment. You knew that you were going to get up there and sing something just for TV. And Carlos was like, do it. Sign my paperwork. Give me my divorce. Don't be surprised all of a sudden she's going to have a single out with that song. We don't want it. Look, we don't want it. We don't want it. Your two lyrics. We don't want it. Okay, Tammy said that song was a vibe. So you want the song on iTunes. Haley says Winter has that song prepared for weeks. Because like I said, you can come up with a song in a moment, but to remember all the lyrics, because it wasn't just like, when we did our Kimberly song, I was like, I mean, that's the only part I remember. Kimberly. I can't, but maybe she got a better elephant brain than we do. Maybe she has a better elephant brain. Ebony says the song was hilarious. I don't know. I just didn't find it funny. I did find it to be random. All right. So that goes left, and eventually, at one point, Ashley's when Ashley gets shushed by Kevin, her and Quick get up from the table and they leave, and that's when all the other couples like, well, maybe we should leave. And then Kevin and Chris and Monique were like, do you want us to leave? And she was like, no, we need a witness. And that's when she starts her song and dance. Okay. And then Ashley, very much like us, you remember being that kid when Ashley is like, I'm going to go eavesdrop. She doesn't go eavesdrop. She literally goes out there and starts looking at the paperwork. Ashley's like, in the middle of everything. And that's when she starts singing, literally starts singing. And then Ashley gets her a little back about the paperwork, get my divorce. So the ladies go upstairs and they have their own side conversation. Winter and Ashley have their own side conversation, and they seem to make peace. Winter apologizes to Ashley, and Ashley's like, we're friendly. We're not friends. Now I don't blame her. She's probably like, I don't know about this one just yet. She has, she's already rubbed me wrong too many times. But at least they could probably move forward. For a season 2, and they'll be fine. However, I see that Monique has hosted the ladies a couple of times, and we don't see Winter at all. We don't see Winter at all. Ellen says, Kempire, first you hating on Detective Red Light, now you hating on Winter Special. I don't know. I love when you guys use the word hating, because hating for me, you have to really care about the people. You have to be really emotionally invested. And I really don't. Really don't. Just saying. Oh, Dusty says no season 2. I think they're going to get a season 2, to be honest with you. The ratings were consistent. I don't feel like they were stellar, but they weren't bad ratings. It will be interesting to see, without having Love and Marriage Huntsville ahead of it, what the ratings will be this week. Okay. Mocha says, where'd the money go? Oh, Tracy says, Winter has a better voice than Melody or Destiny. Are you kidding me? I don't know about better than Melody. Melody does have a nice voice. Okay. Oh, Destiny says, please tell Carlos no season 2. Carlos wants a season 2. You mean tell Oprah and tell Own? Carlos wants a season 2. He wants it to be a franchise. He wants this to be the next Real Housewives. And he says, Winter can sing. Oh, Julian, come on. Leave Candace alone. She's not even in the mix yet. Soon, though. They just wrapped filming for Real Housewives of Potomac. Literally, at one point during the show, Monique's like, I didn't sign up to be a housewife. And Ashley, who had a few stellar funny moments in this episode for me, was like, girl, you literally signed up to be a housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ash is necessary for the show. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. All right. All right. Let's get some callers. Let's get into some callers. I'm going to drop the call-in link first, though, for our members on the Kempire Daily community tab right now. Let me just do that, because I forgot I was going to take callers. I mean, I really don't have to. But if you guys want to call in and share your thoughts on the latest episode of Love and Marriage DC, let's do this here. All right. All right. If you are a member of the channel, I've posted the call-in link on the community tab, the backstage link. So head on over there. Let me go back in here. And for the public, let's get to 300 likes, and I will drop the call-in link for everyone in the public chat. All right. But we have to get to 300 likes. We have over 600 people. We really should get to 400, 500, 600, because you've all been here almost an hour. Damn, I've been talking for an hour. Feels like it. Let me take a sip of water. Okay. All right. So next week is going to be well, first of all, before we even get to next week's episode, so Ashley and Winter have their convo, and people, they talk about like, well, how did you fall for the scammer? You seem like a sensible woman. You seem smart. Like, how did you fall for it? I've been in this man's presence for a hot second, and I can tell he's a scammer. And she was like, he got me with the, I was in my religious moment, and I was really getting into the scripture, and he came at me with the religion, and I fell for it. Would you guys have fallen for him? I mean, you never know. There are a lot of people that say, I would never fall for a scammer, and then they're in a cult. I mean, I hope I would not. But we all have dated a scammer at some point. It may not be on the level of a Kevin scamming millions of dollars. I don't think it's $1 million, but scamming money out of a corporation. So next week is the season finale for Love and Marriage DC. And of course, we're going to see more unfold, including Ashley and Quick are having issues because they admit to cheating on each other in the past. But whatever moment that they have during this trip makes Ashley very upset. But it seems like, look, just because they have a moment, like a lot of couples have moments, we see later in next week's episode, they're going to get engaged, or I don't know what you want to call it. They're already married, but they're going to do something like that. Okay. But Monique returns to her selfish ways, because her and Chris are having another conversation about their relationship. And it's stemming from the same night where they were all in costume. And she's like, don't bring up your ex. Don't bring up your ex. And you all might have a feeling about that. Some women are like, yeah, don't bring up your ex. And some people are like, girl, it wasn't that deep. He was making a comparison. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Hold on. Let me see what Kari says. Kari says, how are you mad at Winter for insinuating there are rumors about your husband cheating and then acknowledge your husband cheated? Tara says Kevin knows Monique and Chris, so that was a positive for him. Esther says, is Monique using the show to build up evidence for a divorce? Do they have a prenup? I wonder. They're married 10 years, but they've been together 16 years. Ren says, I wonder if Kevin stayed the night. No, he left. We literally saw him leave. And Winter supposedly did not stay the night either. All right. Monique says, recast the show around Ashley and Quick. I definitely think they need to shift the cast. I definitely think there needs to be some changes. We didn't get a lot from Tasha this season, so I don't really know her personality. But I have to say, Monique, if I had to get rid of someone right now, I wouldn't get rid of Monique. I wouldn't look, if we had to just get rid of one person right now, it would be Arena and Jamie. And I like Arena, but that fake and phony just is not likable. And I know that's not going to be likable for the audience overall. So, and they really didn't bring a lot this season. So if I had to choose between a Monique and Arena, I would say Arena. At least with Monique, we can go hang out at one of her houses and she knows people around there. But if I had to choose, it would probably be Arena and Jamie, to be honest. And then after the second season, I really don't see Carlos getting rid of Monique in the second season. But I think after the second season, then we can get rid of Monique. But we have to bring on someone that's really interesting and better. Okay. Tam says, I like Arena, not Jamie. But that's the problem. It's a couples show, so it can't be that way. Doyer, and which I'm sure is how you guys feel about Monique. You like Chris, but you don't like Monique. Okay. IB says, I want them all to stay. I hope we see Jason Tyler on the next episode. He's my fave. Yeah, their son. Ren says, maybe they can keep their son and show him through DJ with Quick. No, he doesn't want to DJ. Jason, don't make him DJ. He doesn't want to DJ. Catherine says, I agree, Kemp. Make Arena a friend. Okay, I can see that. That would take the. Oh wait, hold on. Mia says, I like Arena. What did Robin say? Hold on, let me go back up. Oh, Robin says Monique was allergic to this franchise, but Ashley got us on the hook. Yeah, because if we didn't know any of the couples, I think that would have been even harder to launch a show. But they did it with Huntsville. But that's also still a build. Guys, we're almost at 300 likes. Like the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels that talk about love and marriage DC. But it also supports Love and Marriage DC for this to show up on your timelines and algorithms and things like that. So be sure to like the video if you haven't already. I'm going to take some callers. Hold on. All right. We got Danielle backstage. I'm going to bring her up. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey there. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Oh, yes, I forgot. I woke up this morning not realizing what day it was. I was like, what day is it?
Oh, my gosh. The life you live. I wish I could.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It's not like I was partying last night.
I mean, but you literally, every time, you never know what day of the week it is. And us, we have to get up and go to our corporate jobs, and we have to know what day of the week it is. You're living your... Exactly. Okay, I came to defend Jamie.
Oh.
I did, because...
Okay, go ahead.
So we know Jamie is a DC Metropolitan detective. And I'm defending him in other conversations that I've had. When you think about this, when They were having the conversation when Jamie and Silver first met the scammer. Did you all pay attention to how Jamie was just like looking and not really engaged and just like he just wasn't following? He's a detective, so his training is to sit back and just monitor how people talk, what they're saying, and to pay attention, not to come off mean. And I think people keep saying, well, I hear people say he's coming off like he's mean, he's not giving us anything. He's a freaking police officer and a detective. He's trained to sit back and watch how people talk with their body. He's a real body language expert because that's what he's been trained to do. I just feel like once he retires, maybe, because he did mention that in that interview, we might get a little more from him. How long it's going to take to get there, or it might be just his comfort level. He is a DMV dude. They're not the most open, engaging people. They sit back. They just don't really open up to everyone. And I just think that that's what we're getting.
Why is he doing reality TV?
Because this is what his wife wanted. Old school, happy wife, happy life. That's the only thing I can think. And it also gives him something to do once he fully does retire and does the party promoting at full time. So I guess when I watch and I see and then I hear people talking about it, I just give him a little bit of leeway. Just a little bit.
Okay.
He is arrogant. Now I will say this. I am not taking the arrogance away from Jamie. I've had conversations with him in the past, and he is very arrogant. I'm not taking that away from him.
Everyone's asking, are you related? First, people were saying, is this Arena?
No, you guys know it's me. And I'm not. So I will say, yes, he is arrogant, but I know a lot of guys that are just like him, and it is what it is. I born and raised. I've just come to accept it. I laugh at it because it tickles me, but it's not that bad. I really think he did that. And I think I'm going to see if I can find that interview and go through it. I think he did this because this is what his wife wanted. Because remember, Raina has done like some of those Z-list movies and stuff. If you go to like, what's the app? Is it Tubi? Tubi? They have like all the Z. So Tubi and Prime has like a bunch of Z-list black movies. Arena's done a couple of those. So I think he really did this to support his wife because, again, that's what you do in a marriage. You give and take. So,
okay.
I'm a defender.
Now I'm a hater for him being on reality TV.
Right. And so for those that keep saying Kempire's hating on Jamie, he ain't hating on nobody. Kempire don't never pick a team. He always rides the fence and just
I really don't care.
Right. And I think that's the key part. People need to, I'm going to address that later on. But y'all have a happy Sunday.
Thank you so much for calling in, Dan. Y'all have a good
See
Sunday.
y'all later. Bye.
All right. We got Carvey backstage. We got Debbie backstage. And then we're going to wrap it up. So don't try calling it now because I'm ready to get out of here. All right. I'm ready to get out of here. All right. Kari, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Kari?
Hey, Kempire, what's up? It's been a minute. I missed you.
I know. Where you been?
I'm child living life. Okay?
Oh, enjoying your summer?
Been out here in these streets listening to me. I've been out here hanging out the car with my ratchet best friends. You know. Okay, so I came to drag. I came to read. And I'm ready. I'm going to start. What I say last time on Sunday? You better leave me alone on Sundays, Kempire. What I say last time? Okay. Now, Monique, you are a nasty, disgusting human being. I just want to point that out. Say that point blank, period. Okay. The way you brought Winter on this show just to set her up and use her for entertainment, you know, like you've been watching the show, you know it's dry. You understand that it is boring. Like you've been filming it. You like, come on now. So you decided to set Winter up. Because the way you broke up that conversation that you had as if it was two different conversations, and that was the misconception that Ashley had, was that Winter had two separate conversations about her with Monique. And Monique did that on purpose. And you can say, oh, well, I was just stewing on the fact that somebody was calling my husband big boy. He is a motherfucking big boy, okay? He is. You cannot want somebody to have nicknames for your husband, but you really been holding that onto that for that long? Go to therapy, okay? Leave your husband alone and go fix yourself. There's something wrong with you. The way you consistently get on these reality TV shows and then act as if you are not very, very vile. I kind of see why Giselle was over there picking with you. Okay. I would have picked on you too. You give I need to be bullied energy. Now, Ashley, Well, Ashley, I'm very, you confuse me, right? Because you're a funny individual, you're a beautiful girl, but you're also mean and you're also hypocritical. So you're very I need you to go to therapy. You know what? Everybody go to therapy. The entire cast, go to therapy. That's what I would say. Point blank
I mean,
period.
we all
The
need to go
entire
to therapy.
Yeah, I mean, we all do need to go to therapy. I am in therapy, but there's a difference between like needing to go to therapy and acknowledging you need to go to therapy, and then needing to go to therapy and then acting as if you should be writing self-help books.
Like Winter?
Yeah, I'm going down the line because Winter, I got something to say for you too. Okay, I'm gonna defend you, sweetheart, because I do think when you are in, this is what happens, Kempire, you distract me. I do think that there is an opportunity for men to lie to women when we get in relationships, but I also think there's an opportunity for people to use their brains. So while I do think that with Kevin, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like she is 100 or 50% at fault for falling for everything that he did, because when you hear what she says and the fact that he came to her on a romantic level and not a business level. As women, we do get gullible. Now, whether it's a man got so many kids and we don't know about it, or a man ain't got no money and we don't know about it, or a man is a cheater and we don't know about it. You get scammed in different way when it comes to ancient men. However, Winter, you could have, yeah. And then you apologizing when I think the first apology was sincere, but I think the apologies after that was just you not wanting to be the villain anymore. And I feel like just be yourself. The Winter that I have been seeing this entire season, I feel like that's her. Like, you guys are saying she's giving off scammer vibes. That's just her.
Scammer?
Yes, that's just her. Like, that's just who she is. I feel like she's the only person that's been authentic. I feel like with Arena and Jamie, I feel like with Winter, I feel like with what's her face? Ashley and Quick, you guys are very, like, it's like you guys say one thing, you guys act another way, and then you guys completely do something different. Like, no one is trying to be themselves. I feel like Monique has been authentic. She's very much naggy, disgusting human being. That I don't have anything else for Monique. I don't want to see Monique on TV anymore. I do not want to see Monique on TV anymore.
All right, Ari, thank you so much for calling in.
Bye, y'all.
Wait a second. I saved a couple of Jacqueline, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, come back after retirement for Jamie. Thank you, Jacqueline. Hold on. Ellen says, Kempire, when I said hating, I was being funny since Jamie said you were hating on him. Thank you, Ellen. I mean, even if you weren't, I didn't take it personal, but I know what you're saying. Thank you. Dee Dee says, girl, please. Kempire most definitely picks teams and is very biased. Can we say Drew or hell even Monique? But oh well. Dee Dee, you good girl. Again, when you guys say that, you're biased, this is a recap. This is commentary. Please look up the word bias and understand, yes, it is bias. This is my biased opinion on this thing. When I report other things, I try to be, I try to twerk on the fence and see other sides of things, but this is a biased opinion. But as I always say, I'm team no one. I'm team Kempire all day, every day, as you should be for yourself. Now, girl, please. Charlie says, calling Monique vile is extreme. We are just getting a window into her, and that we don't have for many other people. Yeah, I don't know if I want to call her vile, but she's a lot of things. She's a lot of things. All right, let's get to some more callers, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage DC. Next week is the season finale for the show. I want to know how you guys feel about the show overall. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Please let me know how you would rate this episode based on the live chat. Despite how you guys feel, with almost 415 votes, you guys rated this episode between 7 and 10. Live chat, let me know what your specific vote would be. Replay crew, I want to know how you would rate it as well. All right. Julie says, Dee Dee, are you related to Monique? Oh, okay. Ebony's backstage. I'm going to bring Ebony up. What's going on, Ebony?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to give a quick perspective on Winter and her saying to Ashley, basically he kind of drew me in with the whole like man of God thing. And I was
Yes.
very religious at the time. That is a thing. So like I grew up Baptist and, like you're raised, like your parents are taking you to church. And so the church kind of promotes marriage. And I don't want to say it can create like a hint of desperation, but that's the word that comes to mind. And I'm not like making excuses for Winter, but I'm just saying that like if she was conditioned to attend church and have faith in God, you start talking to all of the elders of the church. And after you graduate college, they're asking you, so when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? And it can create that desperation. And High Vibe, she sent you a super chat like at the beginning of the live. She said it. She said she probably thought that God sent him, because that's part of the culture of the church. Yeah, Winter probably had those thoughts like, oh, God sent this man, and it just makes you easily trust people when they kind of hide behind God, if they kind of hide behind the Bible and Christ and stuff. But like you have to learn to realize like people can still be scammers, liars, cheaters. They're all attending church every week. So that's my take on Winter falling for him. And it just sounds like, Ashley probably just doesn't fall for that okie doke. She doesn't care if a person says that they're a man of God. She's going to still get to know him and not be so trustworthy. But Winter had to learn that the hard way.
All right, Ebony, we appreciate you calling in and giving us that perspective. That was very well thought.
Yes, thank you. I love your content as usual.
Thank you so much, Ebony. Have a good day. Bye. I never thought about that, but she brings up a good point. I had to look. Did Winter send me a super chat? I'm missing that super chat. Maybe it just didn't show up on the StreamYard, but I don't see it. I apologize, Winter. That wasn't intentional. Please understand that was not intentional. I thought I got all the super chat. I think. I don't know. I'm just going through them real quick, guys, before we end this live, and I'll give you my last perspective on this, my last biased perspective on this situation. All right, I must have missed it. All right, see, Mocha says that's fair. Ren says this is the best episode so far. I'm still underwhelmed. The music ain't that great. I listened to it on the iPod. Ren, I'm glad I got that. Elsa Ligginson says Winter needs to pray for the spirit of discernment. All right. Mia said God sent him with no address. Do tell. And Dee says you are required to do a year of premarital counseling at my church. So I wonder what happened with that. I hope whatever Winter decides to do next, that she does pay attention to the signs and the red flags. And I hope that it does work out for her. I really do. I think we all do. I don't think we're hateful people here, especially on this Sunday. I hope that, that she really does find love, because her first husband did her dirty. Then she married a scammer. And she says she's in therapy. In this last episode, she says she is in therapy. So I hope that she's able to figure out why these types of men are attracted to her and why she's attracting these type of men. And I believe that. I know some people are like, oh, what do you mean? Is she No, on some level, you did not pay attention to the signs and the red flags, Teresa Giudice. So on some level, you have to take responsibility for having these types of people in your life. Just saying, that's just my opinion, my biased opinion. Guys, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. Don't forget, we will be live on TikTok tonight to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine Season 9 premiere. Join our Discord at teamkempire.com/Discord. And new Kempire Black Label merch is available, including kids. We got kids sweatshirts, kids t-shirts, and baby onesies. Head on over to houseofkempire.com. That is HAUS of Kempire.com. Let me post that up here so you guys can see it. So be sure to check all of the new merch out at houseofkempire.com. Thank you to everyone that supported our Pride merch and everyone that's been buying the new merch as well. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone sending in super chats as well. We appreciate anyone that's watching and sharing the content as well. You don't have to send a super chat. You don't have to become a member, but it does allow us to keep elevating and doing more things here on the channel. Stay tuned for more great content, guys. Don't forget, here on the channel, you don't just get reality TV recaps. It's everything in pop culture news. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and let's get out of here. All right.
It's been way too long. I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Yeah. We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize.